Hey, what's up guys, MGH here and welcome back to another episode of my Valencia career mode, and today I'm going to be talking over the gameplay. It's been so long since I did one of these. I fancied giving it a go because I've been doing so many live commentaries over the last few months, and yeah, I just wanted to have the chance to talk over the gameplay, talk about what's going on the screen like I used to, and let me know if you'd like me to do more of these over the next few series, because obviously I've just basically been doing live stuff constantly, so sometimes it's nice to break it up. But anyway, you can see at the moment we're simming a game against Espanyol at home. I'm currently top of the league by 3 points. It's unbelievable. So for those of you who are, who do get a bit upset with me simming games, I don't really need to win the league. I don't really need to finish, majorly top. I can get away with just the top 4 and be happy with that, because obviously this is the last season and the Champions League is what we're going for. So if I do sim a match like that, don't be too angry. We're top of the league, and it turns out we won the game anyway. So it didn't matter in a way. We're still top of the table by 3 points. Absolutely crazy, considering the teams that are there with me. Talking of teams that are with me, Atletico Madrid, absolutely fantastic side. They did struggle last season, didn't they? We saw at the start of last season they were like bottom 10 for the first few weeks, which is really poor for their standards. But at the moment they're doing much better in season 2. And you can see why. That formation and that team is extremely strong. They've brought in Vidal from Juventus in the summer, so even stronger than last season. Otherwise, it's a pretty, it's a pretty likely squad that you expect to see from Atletico Madrid. There was no Griezmann, and I believe he comes on in the second half, which I was very glad to see, because Griezmann is actually horrendously difficult to defend against in this game. But we get off to a pretty good start here. Lovely little play there. Feghouli chips it in, but Moya comes out and gets it. And I almost made it 1-0 after 30 minutes. But really, I knew that, this 3 at the back formation was going to get cut through eventually. But I didn't think this would happen. Okay, so Mandzukic, poor shot. What do? I rush my goal kick and I pass it out. I was aiming for my left defender and I passed it straight out for Cecchi to pounce on. Pass it across to Mandzukic for a sweaty goal. I cannot believe this. You can see I was aiming for Gaia there. It didn't quite work out, as you can see. Actually, no, I think it was Moreno. So that was an absolutely horrendous bit of passing from me, and we find ourselves 1-0 down because of it. It's a real pain in the arse. Now, obviously, I'm going to be showing you this. I could have easily restarted this game, but I don't do that in my career modes. A lot of people just say, why didn't you restart, because you didn't mean to do it. I'm not like that. If I make a mistake in career mode, you're going to see it, and it was highly embarrassing. But you guys know I've done that so many times in the past in my career mode videos. I always seem to have one of those per series, and I don't know what it is about my brain that does that. I just rush my goal kicks, but in the end it kind of didn't matter, because in the second half, again, I wasn't playing too well, and they do get their second goal. Diego Alves with a good punch, it came straight out to Turan, who scored his 7th goal now, which is really impressive. But bear in mind, guys, we are after the January transfer window, so we're over halfway through the season. Maybe 7 goals so far isn't as good as I'm making it out to be, but for a midfielder, it's not bad at all. But lovely bit of play there. I had to show you that. One of my favourite things to do in FIFA 15 is actually defend. I know that sounds crazy, because I have been known to make a few defensive mistakes, but I really enjoy recovering the ball and then passing it out. I really do like that. But you would have seen there Zuccellini having a shot from far. We saw an amazing goal by Zuccellini in the last episode, and so I brought him on in the second half of this game, trying to get a goal back in. But as you can see, it's too little too late anyway. 90th minute, we tried to get a little chance there, but unfortunately for me, it was too late to even get a consolation goal. And there you go. We finished the game losing 2-0 against a very good side, though. So now it was another home game, this time against Almeria. They are bottom of the league pretty much. I think they're 18th, so not completely bottom. But to me, this is a highly winnable game and a real no-stress game. So I was happy to go ahead and sim this. But actually, Parejo got a yellow card and then another one and sent off after just 37 minutes. But we held on after scoring in the 41st minute with Paco, and we do win the game. So again, another simmed match, and it's another win, and we are still top of the league, which is absolutely crazy. But now it's time for the second leg against Benfica. Yesterday, I uploaded the first leg. It went pretty well until the very last few minutes of the game. I conceded a stupid goal, meaning we drew 2-2, but I had the 2 away goals. The 2 away goals are very important, because now, going into this match at home against Benfica, I can go through on a 0-0 draw. I can go through on a 1-1 draw. Anything more than that, and it will go it'll go to a replay or they win, obviously, if they beat me. So we need to just be careful defensively. I didn't want to concede any stupid goals in this match, and I wanted to score at least 2 against them to go through comfortably. Because, if I can't beat Benfica over 2 legs in the Champions League, how am I going to do well in the quarters, the semis and the finals should I get there when we've got some big teams left in the competition? So, yeah, we really didn't want to struggle against Benfica, did we? Otherwise, that is a sign of bad things to come against bigger sides. But I tell you what, they were no pushover. They were playing really, really well this game. Luckily enough, I was able to get rid of it there. They were really dangerous, especially Jonas up front, or Jonas. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. Jonas sounds Swedish, doesn't it? But either way, almost scored the goal there. Paco and Martinez combining. The ball was just a little bit too close to the keeper, so he was able to deflect that one out. And it ended 0-0 at half-time. So far, so good, guys. We're holding on. And at this moment, we are progressing through to the quarterfinals. But a little mistake there from Parejo. Some terrible first touch there. And Jonas gets the ball. He's running at me. And this is where Otamendi comes in. See you later. I will take that. Thank you very much. Get out of my house. Otamendi is absolutely unbelievable. But for whatever reason, it didn't feel quite right. So 3 changes. Change in formation as well. Gomez, Piatti and Barragan coming on. Most notably Piatti. You guys know he's been such a game changer lately. He was a little bit tired before this game, so I decided to rest him and use him as a substitution. And we'll see how he gets on. Now, Benfica were not giving up. All they needed was a goal. 1 goal and they would flip this tie over. So I was defending, but I was waiting for a counter-attack. And that's exactly what I got here. Piatti to Jackson Martinez. He's running through on goal. I decided to hit it a little bit early. And there we go. Surely that means we are through. They need 2 goals now. Martinez seems to have sealed the deal. We are going through to the quarterfinals. At the moment, things can change. You saw in the last episode, I conceded a terrible goal in the last few minutes. It could easily happen again. But we get a free kick here with Barragan. I tried to play on. The referee pulled it back. And it's time for Parejo to have a shot from goal. I've scored many free kicks in FIFA 15, but that one was just maybe a little bit too far out. And now we were just playing down the minutes into the last few seconds of the game here. It was offside, I believe that. Clear it out, and that is the end of the game. We make it through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, guys. We're almost there. Can't wait to see what team we're going to get. You will find out in just a moment, but first of all, we do have another game. This one was against Villarreal. Being 3 points at the top of the table, I saw their recent form wasn't too good. I thought actually I could have them. So at the moment, we're 1-1 after just 20 minutes there. Very good start to the game. Would have been a great watch, wouldn't it? Villarreal, a very good side. But I knew if I played my game and if I did well and put the right team up, we could get a win despite it being away from home. All the way late into the second half now, still 1-1. Gaya's got an injury, which was a pain in the arse. But here we go. Get ready for it. Feghouli with one of the most important goals this season. There you go. 2-1 win against Villarreal away. I simmed a game away and I won. I cannot believe it. I genuinely thought that was going to be a difficult one. It was, I'm sure, but we did come away with the win. We get an injury to Gaya, which is only 3 weeks, luckily, and a bit of money there as well. But then Victor Ruiz drops a bombshell. He wants out. Well, it's too late, bitch. You're going to have to stay until the end of the season. But here we go, guys. This is the moment. Are we going to get a big team? Are we going to get a weak team? Let's have a look who we got. And it's Inter Milan. Yes! Look at the other teams in there. Chelsea, Barcelona, PSG, Bayern, Man United and Man City. I get Inter Milan. Oh, I was so happy. If you could see my smile when I saw that, you would have been happy too. Because, my God, we got the easiest team we could have got there. And I tell you this now, guys. I am going through to the semi-finals. I am. I'm going to beat Inter Milan. So, guys, tomorrow, another episode. Actually, it might be the day after. I might be doing Rage to Glory tomorrow. You will see the first leg against Inter Milan in the next episode where we're going to beat them. We're going to thrash them over 2 legs and progress. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.